It's 9:45 in the morning. I just checked out from the hotel, and on the way down here, I did the 1,000 kilometer challenge with the EQC, and I just figured let's redo it again. Let's verify if it can still do 1,000 kilometers in 11.5 hours. This time on the way down here, we had some headwind, and now we will have tailwind, at least through Denmark, and then also towards the end after Strømstad or something like that, So let's see if my result is consistent, if we can still get it. Hopefully we should get it below 11.5 hours. So all right, we will start in about 15 minutes. I will get prepared, and then off we go. All right, this time I try to optimize it. I moved the car, so I'm right by the Autobahn here with unlimited speeds. But there's already one problem. Okay, I'm waiting for the 10 o'clock mark, but you see we are we are here. Yes, hotel was right there, but there is actually there's an accident here. No, here, yeah, Unfall. So the car now wants me to take this detour. Google suggests taking some other smaller road, but you know what? I think I will just take this one because I think that this is a fairly fast stretch from what I remember. So, and for me, what counts is the distance. So I will not drive the slow roads. As long as we drive the distance and hit 1,000 kilometers, then we are happy. Yeah, okay. So let's hope that one works out. I guess I have to pay attention to this map, and then in about 3 minutes, we start. We are now at Røde Kro. Let me just show you the stats. I tried to hammer it. Yeah, the average goes down. It was around 120 for the whole stretch. So, all right. It's 11:39. Next stop will be, let me see, Nyborg. Only 150 kilometers from here. So I have to do some calculations, but yeah. Now I'm more confident. I arrived with 9%. I'm more confident with the car. I know how low I can go. I know roughly how much it averages and stuff, the consumption and all that. So, and we also have tailwind. So we will see. Oh, we're getting 106 kilowatt. So I will probably charge just enough to go to Nyborg. Yeah. So I don't need food yet. It's still too early. I had breakfast a couple hours ago. So I will just top up here enough, go to the restroom, I guess, maybe buy some drinks. And then off we go again. Yes, the race is on. We are getting close to Nyborg, and I figured that we can just skip Nyborg. Yes, so we will go for this other place right on the other side of Storebelt Bridge instead. So a nice feature I like is that here we have the GOM, the guessometer. It shows me that I have 73 kilometers of range left, and then to that charging station is 44. But this is way cooler that it visualizes that you have this Well, okay, now it updates. Here, you see? Whoa, you see? So it updated. It's like a penis shaped thing here to show you how much you have. So it seems like I can easily see that I have a little bit of margin. So yeah, nice. Many cars, they have this circle, yeah, thing where you see the range, but this one is not a circle because, you know, I think it's based on speed limits and elevation and stuff. So yeah, really nice. All right, second charging stop for today. So this is called, well, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's right on the other side of the bridge. And these are still free. It's from Clever and Eon. So I came here with 7%. Yeah, close enough, but still within the safe margins, yes. So now I'll go to the restroom finally. And look, I like this. Yes, they provide me with some stuff to clean the windscreen. So, all right, let's do the mandatory stuff. So the story continues with bad food. Yeah. So I went to Sunset. What's it called again? It's called Sunset Boulevard. Oh, I'm not showing it really. Sunset Boulevard. Yes, you could probably know that. Yet another fast food chain. So I went for, they call it a snack burger. Of course, with bacon and cheese. Everything becomes better with bacon and cheese. So yeah, this is my first meal after the breakfast. I'm gonna try it. I promise, once I go back to Norway, I'll go on the diet. Yes, how about that? And then some Pepsi. Yeah, well, and then some Pepsi. So I'm now at 50%, and I calculated I need 70% to reach Løddeköping. That's about 170 kilometers from here. So this is of course a product placement. I have to hold this cup here for at least 1 minute. Otherwise I won't be paid by Sunset Boulevard. No, just kidding. We are now in the undersea tunnel between Denmark and Sweden, and we just hit the 5-hour mark. Look, that is quite impressive. So let me adjust a little bit. So we managed about 480 kilometers in 5 hours of driving and charging. That means 96 kilometers per hour. Really impressive stuff. Yeah. So far it's looking really good. We just have to see how it goes once we are back in Oslo. That's what counts, you know. That's why we are doing a full stack test all the way back. Yeah, because stuff could happen. We have slow traffic around Gothenburg, whatever, more charging stops, but so far it's looking really promising. We are now at Løddeköping. Yeah, we have McDonald's over there. You guys know this place. Yeah, and then over here we have actually an e-Soul. Yeah, the new e-Soul is charging on the hypercharger, well, on the ABB charger. But let me give you guys some stats. Okay, so if we look here, you see that on the previous leg we drove 168 kilometers. Well, it was actually over 120 kilometers per hour average, but it's going down now because we've been parked for a little bit. 260 watt per kilometer consumption for the whole trip. We have now done 530 kilometers and took about 5.5 hours. So you can actually expect almost 100 kilometers per hour. Wow, that's great. And on a short-ish stretch like this, well, average was high, yeah. But you see, now the next stop will be Varberg. This is actually a similar situation I had when I drove the Ioniq recently. Okay, zoom out a little bit. Okay, it's not that snappy as you see. There, that's Varberg over there. And you see that we are 180 kilometers away. So how do I calculate this? Okay, so I can see that in the past I did 260. If you can assume 270 on the next leg, because we had some massive tailwind on the previous leg. Now we will have mostly side wind. So, but on the other hand, lower speed limit and some Baustelle over there. So you see how we're gonna do this? Let me show you. So what you do is you take 270 consumption times 180 kilometers, and you see that we have this amount of watt hour we'll spend, and then the car has 80,000 watt hour, 80 kilowatt hours. So you see, I need 60%. I mean, I need to spend 60%, but I also need a 10% margin. I could also go 5%, but that means that I can charge to 70%. I've been charging to 70% throughout the day now, and it goes quite fast to 70%. So we are at 28, now we came with 14. So we have to stay here for about 25 minutes, I think. I think most of the stops now was around 20, 25. I would say 25, 30 minutes. Yeah, so let me sit there. So it's a little bit rainy. Yeah, I don't have to eat. I shall not eat at every charging stop. Yeah, let's go outside for a little bit. You guys probably want to see what's up. So we still have these clever chargers, and they are free. For now, they're still free. Yeah, sponsored by EU. And still the CHAdeMO plugs are not up. So we have the superchargers over there. You guys know that. Yeah. Recently, I haven't used the superchargers around here. I've been testing other cars. So yeah, so far so good. Just hang out here. That's a Tesla Model S going by. He's like, I think he waved at me. I think it was Model 4. Oh, it's Norwegian. Yeah, it's a Norwegian Tesla Model S. He's like, that's Tesla Bjørn, yeah. So, you know, I haven't cleaned the car yet because we've been driving through so much rain. And it seems like every time we drive through the rain, it kind of cleans itself at a certain point. But eventually, I have to clean the car. But I was told that I have a Chinese lucky number. Yeah, 18881. Chinese people, they would pay lots of money to get this license plate. So, all right, just hang in here and then we hammer again. We are now at Varberg. Yeah, you guys recognize this place. Anyway, the car bugged again, yes. And now I actually created a profile. You see, Bjørn profile, but still, the car reset automatically. I believe it's a software bug. Yeah, because until now I used the guest account, but it still reset for no reason. Actually, once it reset, I didn't catch it on camera, but the time suddenly went to midnight for a minute or so, and then it says one minute past midnight, and then suddenly it says the correct time. Yeah, but at least this one is not reset. So 710 kilometers so far. When we arrived about 15 minutes ago, I think. No, I said 10-15 minutes. Actually, we can see it there. 14 minutes ago. So average speed at arrival was 93 kilometers per hour. So that's pretty good. Next stop, I'm not sure, but I think we will go for Strømstad. It's very far away. Let me see, I already added it here. Let me see, Strømstad, yeah, that one. Most of the time I can do about 180 kilometers between each charging stop. And then I only charge to 70%. But you see that we have to drive 224 now, but we have we have some tailwind. We have slow traffic through Gothenburg, and I will also top up a little bit at Chop Chop over here. I want to grab Chop Chop for Wi-Fi. Yes, for you guys who don't know what Chop Chop is, it's the same as, more or less the same as Panda Express in US. Yeah, all right. But we have to do the mandatory stuff over here, which is to clean the windscreen and stuff. But let me show you the cool setup. So you see that the charging screen is over there, right? And then live stream people, they like watching the charging screen. So I set up the tripod here in the back seat, yeah, with a power bank here. This is the Hyundai. Well, it's not the Hyundai, it's called Feely, which actually has solar panels. Ooh, yeah, good shit. And then I'm charging that one, so now they can look at the charging screen. Now they are one happy panda, yeah, all of them. But yeah, okay, let's do the mandatory stuff. Okay, so far on this trip, what is it, e-tron? So far on this trip, I've been charging about every 1.5 hours. Yeah, and then every time I charge, I need about half an hour, 25 minutes, half an hour to charge. So that's the cycle now, you know, 1.5 hours driving, half an hour charging. But I'm kind of stressing it. I think most people, they would drive about 2 hours. They drive further, maybe they drive a little bit slower than me. And then they might charge to 90% or whatever. So for them, it might be 2 hours of driving and then 45 minutes of charging. Yeah, a more calm cycle. We're now at Uddevalla. This is the supercharger right behind me there. And we have a Vattenfall. And there's a problem. I tried now, this is the second time. You see, fail ved ladding kommunikasjon, steng av bil. It says that you have to shut down the car. That the car is shut down. That's not the problem. So I tried twice, it didn't work. You see? Okay, we use the CCS. I guess start, plug it in. The car is shut down, that's for sure. And usually we say clunk. There's no clunk. This is shit. There, third time it starts. What the heck? These, the ABB chargers, man. I don't know what's wrong here, but now it says preparing. Usually when you hear that clunk, then it should start, but it's doing the handshake now. Come on, handshake takes so long. Come on, I'm losing time here. There, it starts charging. Oh, okay. So now I will go to Chop Chop and get some food, and then the car is just charging up. Yeah, I didn't have to take this detour, but I mean, I have to come here to grab the Chop Chop food. All right, here's Chop Chop. Let's go get some food. And I can also go to the restroom. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's the task, by the way. We'll bring Chop Chop for wifey and myself. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see, let's order. So let's see, we have takeaway. So I cannot show you because it's in a bag, but I went for fried rice and then the orange chicken, that one. That's for me and for wifey. Thai chicken curry. Oh yes. So let's see. I think we have it here now. That's a soda. That's the goodies. Okay. Right, all good? All right. Yeah, tack. Okay, let me just put it here and then off we go. Okay, tack. We're back at the charger. Let's see. How long did I actually charge here? 12 minutes. Oh shit, yeah, I think I've been here 20 total. So I put I put the cups here. Hopefully they will survive for the rest of the trip. And then the food here, I will just wrap it somewhere. You have to keep it warm. It's kind of hot. So let's unplug and go. All right, we're back on the road now, and I did time it. From we exited until we were back on the road again, it took 20 minutes. Yeah, so the Vattenfall charger failed twice before it started charging. 20 minutes, and I didn't really have to take that stop, but I did charge for about 15 minutes or so, roughly. So of course, if I was really in a rush, then I wouldn't stop there. I would just charge a little bit longer. The previous one was stopped at Spekkere. So 20-minute delay then, detour. So since I did charge there at 50 kilowatt, I would just, to make it fair, or if you guys want to see, you know, what would the result have been if I didn't take that stop, then let's say we subtract 15 minutes from the end result. Then we'll see then. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we are now driving. We just driven past Well, we're getting close to Tanum, yes. And you see the time is 8:15. So that means 10 hours and 15 minutes. So remember that 15 minutes we have to subtract. So we can say that now we are at the 10-hour mark. And oops, sorry. Look at the trip meter. 900 kilometers. That means 90 kilometers per hour. But the battle is not done yet. We still have to charge one more time before we stop. So next stop will be Strømstad. Yes, that's 34 kilometers away, and then we have to top up just a little bit to drive 65 more kilometers before we can finish this. Oh, looks like we have nice weather towards Oslo. Yeah. Okay, this is the last charging stop. You know, if I didn't do this challenge, then this would have been my last charging stop if I didn't have a challenge, because we are only about 130 kilometers away from home now. But because it's a challenge, then I just want to charge up just enough to go for the 1,000 kilometer challenge. And the next stop will be Rygge, which is, I think that the meter should be at 1002 or whatever. So that means I did a calculation beforehand. We arrive with 14%, and we only need to go to 35. Yeah, we need 25%. So let me recalculate again, but it's going quite fast now, so we just need to top up a little bit more. I estimated we need to stay here for 9 minutes, so only 6 more minutes. So let's prepare actually. Okay, so we see here 934. We need 66 more kilometers. Okay, and we have 71 kilometers to Rygge. So, yeah, so 71. We just have to make sure we can get to Rygge, not get stranded somewhere before Rygge. So 71, right? 71, and then Gom, which should be fairly well tuned right now, says 81 kilometers. So that sounds plausible. My calculation that I estimated that we need 35%. Then we will arrive at 10%. Yeah, let's go. It shouldn't take too long to get 10% more on this car. Alright, we have hit the 11-hour mark. Yeah, because we have to subtract the 15 minutes. So after 11 hours, we traveled 990 kilometers. Whoa! So that means 90 kilometers per hour average speed. In the previous run, we managed to average 87 kilometers per hour. So we get slightly better result now. And the reason is simply because on the previous run, we had headwind and headwind and also some wet roads, whereas now we have tailwind and dry road most of the time. Plus that on the previous run I didn't know the car too well, so I didn't have the best optimal charging sessions. Charge a little bit too long, arrive with too high state of charge, whereas this time I do it way better. I arrive with 10% roughly most of the time, and 9%, sometimes 14%. that actually counts. Yeah. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is the final countdown. 998. 999. 999. 1,000 kilometers. Woo! In, how was that? It was 11 hours and 5 minutes. That's 25 minutes faster than the previous one. And it's even faster than the previous one, even if I took that detour to Chop Chop. Wow. Okay, I did have some tailwind, but yeah, that's fine. A little cheating here and there doesn't matter. Okay, now let's go to the Rygge. Yeah, let's see. Spot on. I estimate that we will arrive at Rygge with 10%. We have 11% now and 3 kilometers left. Yeah, let's go over there and summarize. Okay, this is it. We are at Rygge. Look, we arrived with 10%, just as I calculated. That's ninja calculation. Yeah. So you know what? I would say that in the first run, I didn't know how. I didn't know this car that well. I charged too long. I remember I charged to, was it over 80%? Sometimes I arrive with 30%, you know. This time I time it, so I'll arrive with about 10. So I would say that the previous result was not the best. We had headwind, we had wet road. Now it's better, the better conditions. So I would say, let's update the result and say 11 hours. 11 hours for this car. Average speed about 90 kilometers per hour is really impressive. It can be there with the big boys. And now you guys probably wanted to know, what about e-tron? If this one can do it in 11 hours, how fast is e-tron? Can e-tron actually do, you know, the original challenge I made was to drive 1,000 kilometers within 10 hours. So I'm gonna find out. I have to borrow an e-tron and see if it can do it in 10 hours. All right, but we're not done yet. So let us juice up a little bit. Maybe I'll clean the windscreen and then we go back to Oslo. Okay, this is a bit interesting. You see here, I wanted to go home and I just want to plot in. This is Oslo, Alna, yeah. And you see that we have chargers here. That's Fortum charger. It should say, yeah, it says Fortum, but that's it. It just says Fortum. And yeah, you don't know more about that. It just says it's Fortum. But here, you actually see status. But what is this then? This one is, let me say, Alna Center. Yeah, okay. You can click here and you can see more. Yeah, you see, here you can see that it is CCS, 3 available, 50 kilowatt, Charlie mode 3 available. Why can't you see that at the Fortum charger? Well, I can tell you why. Because, hey, go back. How do I go back? There. Because this one is Fortum. They are not part of Hubject. But Grønn Kontakt is part of Hubject. Ionity is part of Hubject. B or whatever, you know, Eon chargers. Almost all the other charging networks we have in Europe are part of Hubject, except for Fortum. Yeah. So I will have another video about the Hubject. Alright, I think that's it. We are almost back in Oslo now. So wow, that was 3,200 kilometers or about 2,000 miles of driving. Yeah, from Oslo to Frankfurt and back again. And I have to say, this car, this EQC, is really comfortable. Okay, it doesn't have the same space as some of the other cars. You know, of course, even an e-Soul has more space, but because this is based on a fossil car. But well, okay, the e-Soul is also based on a fossil car, but you know, but just the level of comfort here is outstanding. I can do this Massage on.
I'm switching on the massage.
Ah, the massage in the seat, the oversteer-ish works quite well, and all the other nice features, you know. So overall, I said, and also this car charges fairly fast. There's another EQC, by the way. I met them at the previous charger. Yeah, they're having fun with it. It's cool. So, you know, I like it. I like the car. It ticks many of the right boxes as an EV. So you should really consider it. Try to spec it up. If you, let's say, if you have 700 to 900,000 NOK and you want a premium EV, but you don't want a Tesla, then you should really consider this car because it's cheaper than I-Pace and e-tron. Yeah. Okay, but I don't know. I don't know what else to say. A good choice, yeah, despite that it's based on the GLC. Well, okay, let's go home. And actually, yeah, you probably want to know. Okay, so how were the seats? How was the drive? You know, how was it? I'm not that tired, even despite doing that challenge. And the seats are good. I can adjust them just the way I like it. You know, it has lots of adjustment, and also the massage will help. And also the car is so quiet that I feel like, you know, maybe I feel less fatigue after driving so far because the car is so quiet versus, let's say, a very noisy Model 3. But then I also fixed the Model 3 to be more quiet. But still, the Model 3 will never be as quiet as the EQC. Yeah. So overall, I would say that the EQC is a good long-range car. Yeah, despite it's a bit thirsty. Okay, let's get back home then. All right, we're back in Oslo, so yeah. I don't know what else to say. So I will deliver this car tomorrow. I feel like right now I'm done testing it. Yeah, I tested pretty much everything. So yeah, I feel like I need to test some of the other cars. Yes, so I think that'll be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.